Bienvenidos al capítulo 1 en la universidad, parte 2. In this section, or this part of the chapter, we're going to be looking at a continuation of where we left off in chapter 1, part 1. And so, again, the topics for this chapter: exchange information about classes, identify locations at the university, talk about academic life and daily occurrences, and ask and answer questions. So what we're going to look at right here is going to be articles, indefinite versus definite. So beginning here are definite articles. Definite articles in Spanish, we're going to use them before a noun to talk about something, obviously, that is definite, okay, that is specific. So here we have el and la. In Spanish, we have both masculine nouns and feminine nouns. Okay, and so this is something that we do not have in English, where we do not differentiate between words. Now, these words, for example, el diccionario, el being masculine, el is masculine, el diccionario, la is feminine, la universidad. So there's nothing necessarily inherently masculine about a dictionary, un diccionario, or necessarily anything feminine about a university, or la universidad. But these words, these nouns in Spanish, over time have just taken on either a masculine form or a feminine form for whatever reason. So it's if you want to create a trick in your mind to think of a dictionary being something that you associate with being masculine, whereas the university something you associate with being feminine, then by all means, if that helps you to remember. But so we have here el diccionario, la universidad, and also the plural version of these definite articles: los diccionarios, las universidades. Our indefinite articles here, we're going to be looking at un and una as our singular indefinite articles. Now, these indefinite articles, this is referring to something that is obviously not definite, something indefinite that doesn't have a specific number. So, for example, un escritorio, a desk, una pizarra, a blackboard, or a chalkboard, una pizarra, un escritorio, una pizarra. So we're just saying right? We're not necessarily referring to a specific chalkboard or a specific desk. Okay? Unos or unas. This is going to be the plural version of the indefinite articles. Unos escritorios, unas pizarras. Okay? And this is the equivalent of saying some desks or some chalkboards. They're not referring to anything specific. This is a very general thing, very indefinite, whereas these articles up here refer to something definite. Okay, estar. This is to be. Okay? Estar verb conjugations. You can actually find these on page 42. 42. So we won't bother with that since you have that in your book. But when do I use estar? This is very important. When are we using the verb estar? So remember that we have two verbs that we use that are equivalent to be in English. And that is going to be estar and ser. So let's look at when do I use estar. Okay, first of all, location. ¿Dónde está Humberto? Ah, él está en Nueva York. States of being or states of health. ¿Cómo está la familia de Elisa? Ah, está muy bien. Typically, we use estar for more temporary states. Okay? So when you continue learning more about estar and about ser, you'll see that estar tends to be for more temporary states, whereas ser tends to be for much more permanent-like states. Let's look here at interrogative words, palabras interrogativas. And so these are our question words in Spanish. So here we have cómo, dónde, cuándo, quién, por qué, cuál, quién, cuánto, or cuánta if it's feminine, cuántos, or cuántas again if it's feminine, and para qué. All right, so we'll see this in our textbook as well if we're looking for actual translations here. But cómo is basically it refers to how or what. Dónde is where. Cuándo is when. Quién is who. Por qué is why. Cuál is which. Quién is who. Again, here we have cuánto, how much. Cuántos, again, how much or how many. And para qué. It's kind of like what for. Para qué. And that's going to be the end of chapter 1, part 2 en la universidad. Again, you can find more information, more detailed information in your textbooks, or you can send me, or in the lecture notes, or you can also send me an email at lflint@gc.edu. Have a great day. Adios.